Hello everyone. The world of geopolitics has taken interesting turns in the past few days, which is why today I am going live with you by means of this lecture. So this is Booster Short, in which I discuss with you Indian Express's explained section on a daily basis. Along with that, if there's any debate with respect to Rajya Sabha TV, Big Picture Debates and the Science Monitor by Rajya Sabha TV. So, Australia has recalled its ambassadors from longtime NATO ally US and with strategic partner Australia. Sorry, France has recalled its ambassadors. So let us see why this has happened and this new geopolitical alignment in Indo-Pacific in the form of AUKUS and what is the geopolitics surrounding it. So this is AUKUS with a U silent. It stands, A stands for Australia, UK is United Kingdom and US is, as we all know, United States. So basically, it is a three-way strategic defense alliance between Australia, UK and US. So how is this alliance going to start? So initially, they are going to build up about 8 nuclear propelled submarines for Australia, and in this very contract, US is going to supply its nuclear propulsion technology with respect to submarines for the first time to any other ally than United Kingdom. And what has been the friction points because of this very deal? So in 2016, Australia had entered into an agreement with France for supply of about 12 diesel electric submarines. Now, with this deal, Australia is going back on its word with France and has actually given this deal to United Kingdom and US. Moreover, this alliance is not just about the building of submarine. Rather, it is creating a new strategic alliance in Indo-Pacific and so as to secure freedom of navigation and keep a check on China. So this is about what AUKUS is. Now, what are the reasons as to why Australia has taken this deal from France and given it to US and UK? So as far as the official reason is concerned, Australia has said that there has been new geostrategic requirements in the Indo-Pacific in the form of new emerging threats. Although it has not named China specifically, however, the hint is towards China only. And in justifying its move, Australia says that Australia's national strategic interests are foremost, and keeping in view of the same, it has taken this very decision. On the other hand, there is also plausibility of the fact that there might be a certain kind of deal, a sweet deal offered by the US, and which is why the Australia might not able to be refuse this very deal. Although the details of the deal have not been disclosed yet. Now, what is going to be the impact of this very new strategic alliance in Indo-Pacific on various stakeholders? It is the most important thing that we have to see. First of all, there have been serious repercussions on the part of Western alliance. As you can see, this deal was done by keeping the French in dark. Just about 2 weeks before announcing this very deal, the representatives of both France and Australia were actually speaking of their relationships on the basis of this very deal that they were having. And just after 2 weeks, without any clue to French, this comes out to be an extreme embarrassment to the French that this Australia has finally pulled out of this very deal. The French says, we did not see any sign of this, and this is really and absolutely unfair. It is like stabbing us in the back. However, it also seems that the US does not trust the French with respect to China, because when we see that there is an intricate relationship between all these countries, and UK and France already happens to be part of US strategic alliance, that is the NATO. So when French also have nuclear technology, then why was France not included in this very alliance? Moreover, this would have rather strengthened this very alliance much more. In international politics, a lot of things work upon signaling. So France has not been committed with respect to its policies with respect to China. And lately it was thinking of treading the middle path and maintaining certain amount of strategic autonomy. This wasn't actually boding well with US also. So there has been a thought process going on that might be this may be a way of signaling on the part of US, and it may be a way of US forging a better alliance with other partners. Also, with respect to European Union also, European Union is also of late having its apprehensions with respect to the US. With the abrupt pullout of US from Afghanistan, the US commitment to collective security has come under apprehensions. The European Union's position with respect to BRI also remains divided. While a number of countries in European Union have already joined the bandwagon, with respect to France, although it has not officially entered or accepted the BRI, still it has entered into some memorandum of understandings with China. Moving forward, with respect to China, another very important stakeholder against which precisely this alliance comes out. So China's official statement says obsolete Cold War zero-sum mentality and narrow-minded geopolitical concepts, and should respect regional people's aspirations. Otherwise, they will only end up hurting their own interest. China has gone to the extent of saying that Australia will be the first casualty with respect to any sort of conflict in Indo-Pacific. As we all know, that relations between Beijing and Washington have already been on a shaky path of late, and this is going to add further concerns between their relationship. And on the other hand, the Western alliance has also been shaken with this thing. Now comes the question of nuclear proliferation. China has also said that this move of United States and UK would be towards nuclear proliferation and would be going back on their commitment so as to stop it. However, what would be the official position with respect to the same is still not clear. The nuclear watchdog, that is the IAEA, says that it is going to investigate the matter. However, if we are to see as to how far they can go, these 6 countries already use nuclear technologies in their submarines. Australia already is using nuclear technology in its submarines. With respect to India, what does it mean for India? Now, there are certain repercussions, immediate repercussions with India as well. There was a trilateral meeting of the foreign ministers of India, Australia and France, which was fixed to be held on the sidelines of the coming UN Assembly session. So that has been called off by the French. However, in the quest for strategic autonomy, there can be certain new developments, or there is a possibility of enhancing our cooperation with the French. So as we see that India's foreign policy has always dwelled around maintaining strategic autonomy. And with respect to France, now that it has been actually backstabbed in its own opinion by US, UK and Australia, the French interests in Indo-Pacific are also of extreme importance to them, and therefore they might also want certain amount of strategic autonomy, and this can open up new areas of cooperation between India and France. Moreover, India is every day increasing its fleet, its naval fleet, and this also opens up new avenues of cooperation between French and India. So this is all with respect to what is the geopolitics as of now surrounding AUKUS, that is Australia, UK and US with a silent U. So I see there are certain questions. Let us see. Okay, nothing of relevance as of now. So this is all with respect to today. Should you have any other doubts, feel free with respect to this very topic to put these doubts in this very comment box. I'd be more than happy to reply to them. Thank you and have a nice day.